What's good, everybody? It's your boy Strack Reacts, back with another reaction video. I hope you all are doing well tonight. Today we got why are British place names so hard to pronounce. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the family. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. Let's get right into this video. I don't want to waste nobody's time.
British place names can be tricky to pronounce.
Right.
Take this place. Looks simple.
Grimsby.
What if he told you it was pronounced Grimis?
Okay, let's try that. And we're not even going to do that. I'm not going to have myself sound crazy on the tube like that.
But other places can be genuinely fiddly for foreigners.
And tourists who get it wrong risk being imprisoned or killed.
In today's programme, we're going to ask why British place names are so hard to pronounce.
Oh, we were joking.
Is there an and coming?
No, I'm done.
Welcome to Map Men.
We're the men.
And here's the map.
Map men.
Dude to the left, he's one of them people. He's just real unexpected. You don't know his next move. You gotta be careful for him. You gotta look out for him. 1 minute your pencil's on the table, next minute it's gone, and he's sitting there saying he ain't seen it.
There are difficult to pronounce place names all over the world.
California has Zizix, Slovenia has Tudj, Greenland has...
Shot.
Even Welsh natives struggle with this one.
And tonight we can expect to see heavy showers spreading from the west.
That's not
into
real. That's not real.
Wales.
But deliberately hard to pronounce names invented for promotional purposes like Llanfai Pwchwyn Gwrgogerachwyn Droboclantisil Gogogoch aside.
Show off.
I know he's lying. I know he's lying right now. I know you lying. Somebody please in the comments clarify what he just said, if this is a true word, please. Because I know he lying. This was a recommended, highly recommended too. But I feel like it was recommended to troll me. Am I getting trolled right now? Because I don't know if this is for real or not.
British place names cause more trouble than most because they often look straightforward but contain nonsensical phonetic traps that are impossible to predict.
Try this one.
Go on, say it out loud
Frome.
in your room or on your train.
Frome.
Wrong, it's not Frome.
F-R-O-M-E, it should be blitheringly obvious, is pronounced Froome.
But if you did say Frome, don't worry, you're in good company. Frome is officially the most mispronounced place name in Britain, and that's according to a proper survey.
Excuse me, could you mispronounce Froome for me?
Portsmouth.
That'll do. There's nothing more fun than laughing at tourists who don't know how to say something properly simply because they're from a different country and could never reasonably be expected to have predicted a local pronunciation that contradicts the basic rules of language.
Oh,
So
no.
we've created the perfect travel agent's itinerary for maximising tourist humiliation across the country.
Starting in Biaulio,
Beauty,
head over to Rampisham,
Ransom,
then down to Mousehole.
Mousehole,
Next, travel north up to Towcester,
Toaster,
then a quick jaunt to Gotham,
Gother.
Gotham,
followed by a stop in Quernmore,
Quorma,
before finishing up in Alnwick.
Cornwall.
Annie, which is near
Annie.
Newcastle.
Or, as the people from the
Okay.
city itself say, Newcastle.
When will
Annie.
they learn? As you can hear, no letter of the English alphabet is safe from being pronounced any of dozens of different ways.
Including not at all.
Thankfully, there are some general rules you can stick to, and because we're nice, we'll help the un-British amongst you through a couple of basics.
Cester is pronounced stir.
Leicester, Worcester,
Stir.
Gloucester,
W at the start of the final syllable is silent.
Norwich, Berwick, Southwark,
ER is pronounced R.
Berkshire, Clerkenwell, Hertfordshire.
But before you get too reassured, for every rule in the English language there are always exceptions, such as the Cester in...
Okay, that's kind of familiar. That kind of resembles to the city language because he said the ER is kind of like an A. So like if you say we got a box of crackers, like that's what I say, a box of crackers. That's like how I would say it. But in America, I notice some people be like, "Can you pass me the crackers?" I be crackers. It sounds uncomfortable, like crackers. Doing that, I cannot pronounce my ERs. Just grew up that way. I can't pronounce my ERs. So that right there should not be an issue. But let me catch on to what the rest of you saying. Let me see the rest of the jizz.
Cirencester,
the W in...
Sandwich.
and the
Sandwich.
sound in...
Oh, this is disgusting.
Sandwich.
Oh, sorry, Berkhamsted.
which is in Hertfordshire.
The only way to be absolutely sure of pronouncing British place names correctly is to live here long enough to learn every single one of them one at a time. Sorry.
So who were the complete anchors that invented these rules?
It's time for an English lesson.
To make an English
love a good
language,
lesson.
you start with the base of Germanic Anglo-Saxon. Mix in a healthy dash of Old Norse, a huge dollop of Norman French, and just a barely detectable hint of Celtic. Trust me, it'll make all the difference. Stir it up for hundreds of years until the vowels really start to shift, and then... English.
Excitingly, by looking at a map of Britain today, we can clearly see which invaders influenced our language where by plotting the origins of British place names. This marvellous, messy, multicoloured map shows which languages different British place names
Oh
belong
my
to. There's a
goodness.
living history of our early settlers and subsequent invaders.
The oldest place names here are of Celtic origin. This is where you'll find all the place names with words like
like
Tre,
5,
Loch,
6 different
Bryn and
languages.
Aber,
Such as Aberystwyth, meaning the mouth, Aber, of the River Istwyth.
which coincidentally is exactly where we find Aberystwyth.
It's like 5, 6 different languages. How are we supposed to learn all that? How am I supposed to travel to all these places and I can't even... You telling me I gotta learn it for one place, and that's gonna take a century. Now let's try to... let's try another place. I'm trying to pronounce it right here for y'all. Aberystwyth. I'm gonna say because maybe about 3-4 of them letters in between, right in the middle, is silent. That's what I'm gonna say.
Celtic languages were once spoken all across the British Isles, but are now reduced to a small minority of mountain dwellers. And that's because low-lying Middle England Brits turned out to be more worse at resisting invading armies.
First up were the Romans, who brought in Britain's Latin influences.
Like the rumba.
No, like boring Latin. Anywhere that ends in castor, cester, chester or xeter was a Roman fort, from the Latin word castra, meaning Roman fort.
But the Romans didn't stay long, so although their naming system was long-lasting, the actual names they used weren't, which is perhaps unsurprising when we learn they used names like Castra Exploratorum and Belgic Oppidum.
Which was sensibly renamed Braintree.
Next, in light pink, we have the biggest group, Germanic Anglo-Saxon.
Any place containing the words Ham, Hurst, Lee, Bury, Ford, Port, Mere, Stead, Tunstall, Wick, Witch or Mere are of good old Anglo-Saxon origin and massively dominate southern England.
Like, how am I supposed to know that?
Or-
It's just making it impossible, you know? I might have to just stick to my American ways when I come out there. People finna be looking at me like, oh, will you be quiet?
Area of land belonging to an Anglo-Saxon called Bucca.
Perhaps the most upheavaling thing to happen to Britain's place names was the Vikings, who swept in from Scandinavia in the 9th century, committing brutal crimes including rape, pillage and the renaming of small to medium-sized
We don't like that.
You can tell a place was named by the Vikings if it ends in Thwaite, Thorpe, Kirk or B.
Such as our old friend Grimsby, named after an important Viking called Grim, famed for his infectious positive energy. Grimsby literally means Grim's village.
Really? We're all familiar with these common settlement suffixes, but what's so striking is how clearly this map of Viking place names reflects the extent of the Viking invasions. You can practically see the exact location of the Danelaw dividing Viking and Anglo-Saxon England without needing to draw it on with thick red pen.
Following all these invasions, Britain was littered with place names that originated in different languages and accents. But the final thing that would make its place names truly unpronounceable was time.
Over hundreds of years, locals who were too busy to pronounce all the syllables in Cester reduced it to stir to save time. But they couldn't read or write, so the spelling stayed the same.
And while the English language has continued to gradually evolve, our place names haven't, resulting in a language landscape littered with phonetic booby traps.
But what about Froome? Which linguistic group is responsible for Britain's so-called hardest place name?
Unusually for a place name in England, Froome is from a surviving Celtic word, frama, which means fair, fine or brisk, probably describing the flow of its lovely river.
It's not.
So it's like, is the vowels the same out there? Cause how is that Froome? That's a O. So how is that Froome? You know, I could see Frome, Frome, Fromey. Not Froome.
Not really surprising that the
I know
oldest
I'm
language
not
in these
crazy.
islands is the one that's drifted the
Like,
furthest
that would
from
have me
pronounceability.
tripping.
So don't forget to join us for the next episode of Map Men.
Is that the end of your sentence?
Like I gotta relearn everything.
Golly darn tootin' gee whiz, hot diggity woo!
What are you doing?
I'm putting on an American accent to fool my computer into thinking I'm in America. Yippee-ki-wee, buckaroo!
Why are you doing that?
Because I want to watch all my favourite programmes on Netflix.
But you've already got Netflix.
Yes, but American Netflix has programmes that we don't get on UK Netflix, including, curiously, some British programmes.
Nah, you
so
ain't
that's why I'm
missing
doing
that.
this
Oh,
really
yeah,
convincing
that is
accent
true.
so that my computer will let me access all the content I want. Zippity-doo-dah, gosh darn it, yeehaw!
Suit yourself.
Hey, wait, aren't you going to tell me that's a really silly thing to do and instead I should use Surfshark?
Oh, we're doing an advert.
Surfshark is an app and browser extension that lets you place your laptop or phone anywhere in the world, so you can access content that you may not usually be able to see in your country. Such as, for example, shows on US Netflix that you don't get in the UK, including The West Wing, Dexter, Broadchurch, The Walking Dead, Twin Peaks, All Dogs Go to Heaven, loads of James Bond.
We love suggestions. We love recommendations. We love the recommendations. You know exactly what I'm finna do. I'm gonna go right back to this video. Well, I'm not watching the Muppets. I'm gonna go right back to this video after this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and write some of these things down on my list because I'm in the US. I'll turn the Netflix on right now and pull up some of these shows, some of these movies, some of these series. Yeah. I love good recommendations. He's handing it to me. He's handing it to me. You know what they say? When life gives you a lemon. Is it gives you a lemon or when life hands you a lemon?
And Fiddler on the Roof. And those are just 10 examples from one streaming service in one country. Imagine the smorgasbord of content from across the planet you're missing out on without Surfshark.
And it works on Amazon Fire Stick, which means you can watch all this stuff on a proper telly.
As well as country hopping, Surfshark makes your internet safer by masking your IP address, keeping your data private. Also, Surfshark is the only VPN that lets you have one account on an unlimited number of devices.
Do you want to try out
Did she say telly? I can't get over that. That just threw me off, bro.
Surfshark for your very self?
Darn tootin'!
Darn tooting indeed.
Click the link in the description and use the code MAPMEN to get 84% off Surfshark, plus 4 months extra for free.
And just between you
I
and me,
swear they did that on
Surfshark offer a
purpose.
30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk
Do
in
they
trying
say
it out,
that in
just to see if
England?
you like it.
Surfshark sounds bonzo
Telly.
like g'day, shrimp with the barbie, woollamaloo, woollamaloo.
It works in Australia as well.
Ah, struth.
Nah, that's that US slang. Hit my telly. She just threw me off when she said that. I might have to subscribe to this channel. These dudes unpredictable. That's what I like to see. Yeah, be cracking up throughout this video. I can't take a thing serious. It's like I gotta relearn the whole new language again. It's like starting over from scratch. I can't do that, man. Man, I barely know all the words. You know, you gotta put me onto a few words, a few sayings, you know, a few broad terms that I could go out there with and just remember them. You know, like, thank you so much for tuning into the video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. Your boy hit that big 1K. Your boy hit that big 1K. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Let me know in the comments down below whatever y'all want me to react to next. It's your boy Strack Reacts, clocking out with another reaction video. I love y'all. Stay safe.